And hopefully, you know, with the selection that we've done, we've picked a side that's exciting, talented, that's going to be committed to getting us back where we want to be at the top of the game. And when we talk at the outset about building teams, we talk about having great players, great culture, and we've got to coach well. We recognise our responsibility to do that. With that, there's obviously some players that have retired recently, and obviously great credit must go to them for what they've delivered for English rugby. And there's obviously some guys that have been selected, and I've spoken to them and said the door's not shut, but we certainly want to use this Six Nations as an opportunity to develop the next players in those positions. We want to develop a leadership group that's strong, we want to achieve, we want to be the best and be the best. We've spoken to them on the phone yesterday, the players are excited, we're excited, and we think it's a tremendous opportunity for us going forward to really build a squad that has potential for now, but also potential for the future. I'll pause there and I'll take any questions and hopefully answer any as we go.
Stuart, you've been true to your word, 15 changes to the squad. Do you ever lie awake at night worried that you've sacrificed too much in the way of experience, too much in the way of continuity?
No, not at all, to be honest. You know, I think from the outset, you know, when I was asked about the job and potentially doing the job, it was always in my mind that, you know, we trust the players that we've selected. A lot of them have been involved in the England team, they've been to the World Cup. The guys come in and have been on the cusp of it for a while now, and your Tom Woods and your Chris Robshaws, I think they deserve the chance. And the new lads coming in have proven themselves in big games for their clubs, you know, in Europe. So the likes of an Owen Farrell, you know, Charlie Sharples, you know, these boys have played in big games, so no, I'm very comfortable.
You've dropped Ellen Armitage and Matt Vanhand down into the Saxons. What's the thinking behind that?
Yeah, it was tough, and there were some tough decisions in lots of ways. One of the key things was form, clearly, and I don't think anyone can argue that Mike Brown isn't in form. I think Mike deserves his shot. I've worked with him in the Saxons, and he was in the form, one of the form fullbacks, so that was that. Matt was a difficult call, it was a tight call, and Hugo Monyu as well, I think obviously was really pushing hard, but we just feel that David Stretton, Charlie Sharples and Chris Ashton will give us what we want in terms of work rate off the ball and power and pace, and it'll balance our side well. But you know, these lads that are in the Saxons, they're one injury away from being called up, as you can see already from the selection. You know, with Lewis Deacon being injured, you know, Jeff Parner gets an opportunity. So, you know, we see the Saxons as an important part of the programme. We've got equally exciting players coming through that as well. So, you know, it's 64 players we see, not 32.
And those are the players. What sort of rugby can we expect to see them play? What is going to be the message, if you like, on day one here in West Midlands?
The fundamental message will be about the reason why we all want to work hard for this team. You know, we're representing our country. We're proud to do that as coaches. The management are proud to do it, and speaking to the players last night, they're proud to do it. We've got a responsibility to get that culture right, and that reason why. And then we've got to layer on, you know, the leadership and the attacking foundation. And you know, we want to play a game that excites people, but recognising that, you know, if it's a day like today, then you know, we might have to drive a few more, and I've got a guy beside me who's quite happy to do plenty of that.
Stuart, you've had to get down to 32 players for this EPS squad. How about how many of the England side are already perhaps penned in for the 15 or 22 that will be playing in that game at Murrayfield?
Well, as I said, you know, with relation to the captaincy, you know, the best way to learn about players is to coach them. Now, Graham's coached some of them, I've coached some of them before, I've not coached all of them. So, you know, we want to use the first week as a really important building block, not just for building foundation of the team, but also for selection as well. So, you know, by having 30 odd players there, you can go, you know, pack on pack, you can go backs on backs, you can go 15 on 15. So it'll give us a good chance to see how they get on. We've got our ideas, clearly, but, you know, we'll keep it open-minded and we'll see how the week plans out.